Let's see. You know what? Let's just skip to what is the worst sequel ever? For me, and there's a lot to choose from. Worst sequel ever. I think the one that I thought just bothered me the most, and still does, is Alien 3.
That's high on the list.
1992, because it just got everything wrong. Even the director has totally disowned it. David Fincher. He just totally disowned it. When they went and redid the Blu-rays and all that, and they were, wanting the directors to come in and put some input, he totally said, no, thank you.
Really?
Yeah. He said, I don't want anything. No. That's how much he hates it. That film was just, it didn't get anything right, and it was so bad to this day that Aliens franchise, which was...
Still hasn't recovered.
Hasn't recovered. Alien and Aliens were awesome. They're both like 4-star classics. Different movies, but they are awesome. And they have not been able to get that thing back on track. And I don't know that they ever will. They really just missed.
Well, you had Alien 3 and then Alien Resurrection and then what else?
Well, then it started the Alien versus Predator stuff.
So Alien Resurrection was the last Sigourney Weaver one, right?
Yes.
Well, see,
yes.
I think what people, what they screwed up in is like, I'm just going to come out and say it. We want to see Space Marines versus Aliens. That's what we want to watch.
Right. That's right.
Because that's the cool shit that happened in Aliens.
That's right.
So from now on, if your movie isn't Space Marines versus Aliens, I don't want to watch it.
Well, that's why Halo, if they ever make that movie, I think we'll
just kick ass.
We'll just kick ass because that's what people want to see.
I want to see Space Marines. And then, so Alien 3, they screwed it all up. They screw up the whole Hicks and the little kid thing. I don't know what they were even thinking with that. That was garbage. And then with the Resurrection, I think they did a whole like a prisoner mercenary thing. I can't even remember. I haven't watched it. I watched it when it came out and I haven't seen it.
Well, yeah, the third one was the prison planet, and then the fourth one was the mercenary ship.
And it was just like, I don't care about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Just give me Space Marines with the badass vehicles versus aliens. That's all I want to watch. It's a big battle. And they haven't delivered that. And maybe Neil Blomkamp, however you say his name, District 9 dude, will fix that. Supposedly he's going to. That's the word on the street. He's going to fix that.
If all I'll say is if he's doing it, it better be better than Elysium, because that was a terrible movie.
Well, I haven't seen Chappie, but I heard it's not good. But I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm withholding comment on that one too. I haven't seen it yet.
Worst sequel ever. Gosh, there's so much to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
His notes has got like Tron Legacy on it. That was absolutely abysmal.
That was awful.
Gosh, I don't know. Oh man, Matrix 3 comes to mind.
Well, that was disappointing. Yeah,
Matrix 3. I think sheer disappointment in the theaters probably was Alien 3, because I remember watching it. Even in the third act going, okay, so it's going to pick up now, right?
Yeah.
I kept hoping. Right. And then when at some point you realize this is the movie, I was like, this is the movie?
Well, you know
I was like, literally, because it came out in '92, and I was in high school. Mm-hmm. I know I'm not telling my thing, but like I remember like we were like watching it, and I can't speak for y'all, but I literally was like, okay, it's going to get better in a minute. Okay, it's going to start doing the Space Marines are going to show up. Okay. Any minute now. This is the movie.
Yeah, it was terrible.
This is the movie.
I just had that sinking feeling right out the gate, because they didn't really explain how the aliens were actually on the ship. They did this weird editing, like cutting between credits. You're like, what? So they really didn't want to explain too much. That was a problem. And then an hour into it, you know that the main character is toast. Mm-hmm. And you're like, we got an hour to go on this thing, and we know she's not going to escape this.
Yeah.
And so you're sitting there, you're almost like, well, I guess we leave. I mean, it was a weird feeling to be that excited. I was so psyched to see that movie. And I'm sitting there, and I know an hour in that we know our hero's not going to make it. And it's just like this. It's like, Sigourney, if you just wanted to be out of the franchise so bad, then just don't do the movie.
Yeah.
Because she basically she forced herself, well, I'll do it, but this is the last time. And so write me out of the whatever. And then she realized years later, well, I did the wrong thing. And she did the Alien Resurrection, and it was a clone of her. So she's like, no, you screwed up. You jumped the shark. You nuked the fridge.
Yeah.
You're toast.
I think I will say, is it the actual worst? Well, Amazing Spider-Man 2 was really bad. That's a recent example of a horrible. That was like the worst movie of last year.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm the only one that said that. That should have won Razzies. It was so bad. Like I would love to do like a one of those red letter media kind of things where they go and they dissect movies. That would be a good one to do. How bad it is. It doesn't even make any sense. I'm gonna go with, just as an example, not literally the worst, but just because they were so disappointing. Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire and Pirates of the Caribbean 3. They came out like within weeks of each other. And I remember watching them both in that short time span, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? Because Spider-Man 2 at that point was like the best comic book movie I'd seen since Superman 2. It was amazing. It got everything right.
Yeah, that was
Spider-Man 2 got
movie.
everything right. It was great. Yeah. And Pirates 2, I was lukewarm on the first one, and Pirates 2 was like, this is awesome, man. The visuals are amazing. This is a good movie.
Yeah.
And then the third ones of both just gave a middle finger to the audience.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man 3 butchered the whole Mary Jane relationship.
Ruined it.
And then Pirates 3 butchered the whole relationship between Orlando Bloom and her, and all this other kind of stuff.
And with the Sparrow, that trio was ruined.
It just
ruined it.
disintegrated. And like, why did y'all just destroy your franchise? They both just destroyed their franchise. I have no idea what they were doing.
Yeah.
And don't tell me it was a producer's money-making decision, because it had nothing to do with money-making. Those were artistic, creative decisions they made. To run those movies. They destroyed the Mary Jane relationship.
Yeah.
That's why would a producer say to do that for me, please? You wouldn't. It has nothing to do with making money.
No.
And then
they just went dark. They just went overly dark.
Yeah, they went dark. Overly dark. Yes.
And why? And that's... But we've complained about that on the show before, that I noticed after 9/11, films just got really dark. And I'm like, you're misreading the audience. The audience is wanting escapism.
Well, Spider-Man 2 was made after 9/11.
Yeah, it's like, well, they got it right. I mean, I don't. But the more that
consistent. But
the more that decade went on, like X-Men 3 went darker and was terrible. I mean, you could think of all these third films.
Yeah.
And as franchise just kept going darker and.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we live in an era where we begged Hollywood forever to take comic book and fantasy movies seriously.
Right.
Well, now that they forgot to make them fun.
Yeah, and we've discussed it. I totally agree with that.
That's the reason why the Avengers and the Iron Man movies have blown up, because they're fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though Iron Man 3 wasn't that great, it's still fun. You're not like, you don't watch it and get depressed or anything.
No.
As you watch it and there's explosions.
I didn't leave pissed off thinking I was,
Yeah, when Iron Man 3 you watch it and there's explosions and he's funny. And
I know it was goofy, but I had fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't like it, it's still trying to be fun. It's not like depressing you.
Right.
Unlike, so many other
Well, Spider-Man 3 was, it was depressing.
Yeah.
I mean, even when it ends with them kind of having an ambiguous hug in the end, you're like, well, okay, now what?
Yeah.
And anyway.
So, I won't put those two, because I remember going to the theater and was just absolutely furious at how they had treated the audience. I think I even called you on Pirates 3.
You did, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I don't want to run the movie for you.
Yeah.
So watch it, and I have so much to bitch about.
Yeah, I was in the IHOP parking lot, and I was on the phone with you, and we were bitching about at World's End, Pirates 3. It was terrible.
Horrible, disgusting movie. Disgusting movie.